Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. Takes a lot to change, man. Hell, it takes a lot to try.
Bradley Cooper. So I saw A Star Is Born earlier this week, and I was kind of bowled over by it. Jackson Maine, your character, he's a really vulnerable man, and there is a scene in the film where he cries. He like really cries. And I was thinking, you don't see that often in films, kind of men really, not just a single tear, the repressed kind of thing, but the kind of showing full ranges of emotions. Was that type of vulnerable masculinity important for you in the film and in the character?
It was just sort of what's called upon, yeah, by the character. I never thought about it in those terms, but certainly when you create sort of this kind of archetype of a man, and then an investigation of the humanity within that archetype, yeah, there's a potential recipe for those kinds of elements of seeing somebody who you wouldn't expect to reveal such emotion, and same way with his brother.
Yeah,
you know, the idea of repressed emotion is something that's moving to me all the time. Throughout my life, you know, seeing my uncle cry when my grandfather passed away really floored me, because he was somebody that I would never see do something like that.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Okay.
Tell me something, girl.
Do you write songs or anything?
Can you tell me about the process of casting Lady Gaga in this? Because she's done bits of acting before, but this is her first major role. How did her presence influence your vision of the film? When did you meet her? How did you cast her?
I was a couple years deep into the research before I had met her, but she provided the energy for that fueled Ali Campana and how Eric Roth, Will Fetters, and myself crafted that character. Eric and I would interview her for hours and hours, and she was willing to just tell us all these different stories, and then we would go back and listen to the tape we would record her voice and think about, oh, this could maybe work, and you know, she really provided so much. And then just as an actress, she just, you know, her work ethic, her ability, how open she is, how natural, present, and then the voice, the singing voice as well. She really, she was the nuclear power for the movie.
Why?
I just don't feel comfortable.
And you were mentioning there kind of archetypes of masculinity. One of my favourite scenes in the film is towards the beginning when you go to the drag bar. And I was immediately pleased to see the likes of Shangela and Willem from RuPaul's Drag Race. So I wanted to know, are you a fan of RuPaul's Drag Race? Have you seen the show? And can you tell me a bit about your first meeting with them? Because they come across as such larger-than-life characters.
They were incredible. They were just incredible. They had... there was one version of that Eric Roth and myself and Will Fetters we had written where there were almost iconic singers that were singing in the drag bar. So the people that were auditioning were playing these iconic singers. And Willem did like 3 different characters, and I was just kind of blown away by the audition tapes. So then when I met with him, and then Shangela didn't audition. So we were just desperate that Shangela was going to do it, but then we were there in that room, and everybody, all of the actors that day, it was really a special, unique environment, and it just came to life. It was very, you could feel the energy, and that's all I thought. Oh, I just need to capture this, and they were really incredible. Yeah.
Did they ever try and get you in drag?
No.
Were you tempted to give it a go?
No. They would have. I mean, we would have lost our day, right? That would have been. People would have been stressed out. I just wanted to get in drag for one. It's just a couple seconds.